Hello everybody, my name's Kanaminika, and welcome back to the unboxing, where today we are looking at a figure that people have had a lot of discourse about. Um, I don't know why I'm trying to, hold it off. Today we are taking a look at the SH Figuarts DanDaDan Momo. Um, yeah, people have had a lot to say about the SH Figuarts DanDaDan line, from what I've seen. The place I pre-ordered from, Amazon got it in annoyingly late. Like, that's why it's I did pre-order this, but that's why it's a Sunday review or unboxing item, whatever. Uh, because we are taking a look at it far later than everyone else. So I'm just like, fuck it, we're gonna lean into that. I do have Okarun as well coming in. He'll show up eventually. Um, I don't know when that video will come out. But yeah, here we are. A lot of people have had a lot to say about this, so I want to see if it rings true, and also compare it to other figures that I have. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. We're not going to compare them probably in this video, but like, I just want to see how this figure is. Anyways, I'm morbidly curious, and the show's good, so if anything, I can just have it standing there menacingly. Anyways, this comes in a fairly standard anime SH Figuarts package. We've got the window looking into it with the text Momo right here, as well as it in a kanji, I believe. I don't think that's katakana. At least SH Figuarts Momo from DanDaDan. We have it in this very interesting pattern for some reason. It's going for like South Africa colors, like a lot of African like country flags have the black, the red, the green, and the yellow. I don't know why it's do. I don't know. I'm not as big on DanDaDan as I am on other anime and manga properties, so there's probably a reason for this. Anyways, we have a promotional image of the figure right here, from like the waist up, and then another one kind of faded in the background that's a little bit more action oriented. Tamashii Nation the Bandai with the Tamashii Nation seal quality, and whoever the fuck Showpro is, I have to imagine it's connected to distributors of the anime. I don't know. Bandai Namco, you know the gist. Top we have the SH Figuarts Momo, same cool little font, and then another pose of the figure, which is always nice. The bottom just has the laughing promotional still. It is covered in dust because when this got shipped, where I am right now was going through a massive dust storm. I'm sorry that the box is dusty. SHF Momo, go to the website, whatever. On this side, we have her in this happy kind of like go lucky pose alongside all the dust. SHF Momo. On this side, it just says SHF Momo, and it has the SH Figuarts quote. On the back, we get a decent number of promotional stills with a bunch of her different faces and hands and whatnot, as well as her just in like a standard pose, which I believe is the same one from the front. And it's still covered in dust. Simple style heroic action. This is the Western release. Oh, ew. Here we are. Let's get this open. Some also brief context. You'll have already seen it by the time this video comes out. I am recording this, like the day after, like a couple days after, I think. I forget when I unboxed it specifically, but this is the last unboxing I did was the Figma link. That thing was 40 minutes long, so hopefully this one won't be that long. Anywho, here we have the figure. Fairly sparse. It could have come in the thinner style packaging. There's a lot of plastic gappage here, which is a bit annoying, but anywho, let's get everything out. There we go. First off, the hands, for the first time in a long while, I've noticed this. Like, I mean, technically Deadpool did have it, but Deadpool's based on an older figure. This is a brand new figure. Hands are in a tray, which is really interesting. Anywho, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of hands. Sorry, I need to count with my hands. She has, like, kind of fists on her, relaxed hands, but, like, in a fist-esque pattern. But she also comes with what appear to be some sort of gripping hand, even though she has nothing to grip. Palm out, open hands for like chopping and stuff. These kind of splayed out hands for when she's doing like her psychic attacks. Actual fists, it appears, which is nice, as well as this kind of incongruous pair where one is pointing and one has peace sign fingers, which is nice. They're all hands. Do they have They do seem to have a rounded off kind of nail shape, which is nice. Given her character, it feels very fitting. These hands feel specifically done for her, which is always appreciated, rather than just being like generic hands. Talking to you, Marvel Legends. Anyway, next up, we gotta look at her faces. Let's look at this one first. So, something interesting is that a little bit of the hair is sculpted on. I guess that's just because of the way her hair is. But here she has this kind of a bashful face, which I guess goes into more of the, like, romance elements of the series. Which is nice. All of her ears have some sculpting for the earrings. It looks like the rest of it is attached to the hair piece, which is interesting. But I do like that there's a little bit on each ear, and it looks fairly clean, and the faces are very well done on at least this figure. Yeah, Momo's faces look great, honestly, from what I've seen. Next up, we have, looking this way, a shouting kind of angry face, which is nice. This, again, fits her personality and does look like her appearance in the manga and the series. It's very well done. I might have wanted it to be a little bit more emotive, but it's fine. Next up, we have this kind of, like, closed eye happy face, which again works. Fairly simple. I do like the way that the eyebrows are printed on, and like the blush is also very nicely done. If we can get that more properly in frame, you can see it. And then finally we have her, I guess, mocking face. That's how it's used in like all the promotional stills, where she's like laugh crying. Again, very well done, very expressive. I do like a somewhat goofier face, especially with figures from series with more comedy elements in them. It's always appreciated, and this continues that tradition, even if it's not as extreme as, say, like the One Piece figures. But now, without further ado, let's get on to the figure herself. Alright, so she has plastic layering. Outside of all that, around the neck, I mean, I probably get it. There's the collar, and the shirt to the skirt. This is tight. There we go. Alright, first off, the baggy clothes are going to be getting in the way. I mean, I'm sure everyone else has already noted this. It just seems natural to her design, and a lot of people have noted, like, is this an instance where they should be using cloth goods? I mean, maybe. It'll be a decent amount of cloth goods, and cloth goods always have that weird thing where they don't look as nice, but they do get out of the way a lot better for an action figure. But on first blush, she does look nice. Again, the head sculpt, we've already noted that the face sculpts are good, if it'll fucking focus on her. Give me a second. There you go. Come on. There we go. I'm moving the box out of the way. There we are. There we are. But yeah, first off, the head sculpt is very nice. It captures the hair very well. It does look like her hair. Her hair sculpt is fairly interesting and intricate, and it is done very nicely in this action figure form. And she does have her earrings, the alien-shaped earrings, whatever. They do appear to be attached to the hair, I think. They're attached to, like, this back layer here. Yeah, you can kind of see it. I think, yeah, you can see it from this angle. You can see it connecting, which is a fairly neat way to do it, so you don't have to have those dangling off of each face, potentially breaking, which is a fairly smart decision. Otherwise, she's fairly simple in design. She feels a bit larger than a lot of the other, like, feminine sculpts I've seen. Here's, like, Fuko, and, like, she, thanks to, like, the bagginess of her clothes, she does have a decent amount of chunk to her. Is that weird to say? What I mean is she feels a bit denser. Like obviously there's like a little bit of like gappiness and flexibility in like the lower layers of clothes, but like, she feels a bit denser than like your usual femme figure. Um, yeah, otherwise she's fairly simple. I feel like I don't think there's intentional shading, but like the way the pink paint is, or like plastic or whatever, is dealing with the light gives it like this really interesting shading, and also with like the sculpting, especially in this lighting. Like it's probably not as extreme when like I'm out of it, but like with the lighting, the shading is quite interesting. Um, and like her sculpting is quite interesting. I do feel like a lot of the paint is fairly clean, um, even if it is quite simple, and it does capture her look from the series very well. Um, I mean, it's kind of hard to talk about a simple figure like this, but like even the little intricate details are mostly done quite well, like the choker around the neck, the little ribbons of the bow that goes around her collar. Obviously, these are two separate pieces, which I imagine is going to get in the way of posing, but we'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. We'll get there when we get there. We'll get there when we get there. The split between the socks and the boots and the line on the boot, or not boots, shoes. Not all shoes are boots. Sorry, I've gotten used to fucking blame Link from last time. Anyhow, I think now we've got to get into the articulation, because again, she is fairly sparse in terms of accessories. I would have, especially given that this isn't a $30 offering, but like a $60 offering, I would have liked a like effect part of some sort. Like a war effect or something. I don't know. Something to represent her psychic attacks. But as it is, I guess we have all this. Um. Anyways, let's look at her neck. The hair is getting in the way, especially of the tilt. She can't tilt nearly as much as I might have liked. More to this side than to this side because there's less hair. She's able to look up a little bit. Again, the hair's getting in the way. And down a little bit, more so the neck joint getting in the way. There's some range, but not a ton. The hair is, again, getting in the way. Upper torso. Like, the torso is the main point of concern, and yeah, this is fairly not a lot of range. Not really able to crouch down. Able to crunch back a little bit, and a little bit of tilt. Anywho, shoulders. Similar to Sanji's, kind of. Where they're able to go out. Not able to go out a ton. But like they go inside of the thing. They do have butterflies, though the butterflies aren't amazing or anything. Yeah, not great butterflies. She does have a bicep swivel cut, which is a bit hard to use just because of the way the arm is set up. She does appear to have fairly full range in the shoulders. Yeah. She does have bicep swivel, a single hinge at the elbow, but it gets a decent amount of range, even if it does look a bit ugly. Hands are on the usual hand peg, and they at least are able to move decently well. There's a swivel here, but it's not able to move a ton. Kicking forward. She kicks forward enough. I don't like how that feels. Oh, give me a sec. I'm gonna take it off camera so I don't break this. She also kicks back a decent amount. Kicking out is not ideal. That is not great. Does she have a thigh swivel? Let me check. I don't want to show that. She has a kind of thigh swivel. There does appear to be a thigh swivel. It's not just the ball joint, but it is very much encapsulated with the ball joint, and it is not doing wonders for her. Knee bend is fine. Single joint again. We've gone over this. That's why it's surprising that Fuku Izumo doesn't have that. Not a ton of swivel at the foot, unfortunately. A lot of downrange. I don't know why. A decent amount of upward, and tilt is serviceable. It's the swivel kind of tilt, but that's fine. And toe bend. I don't know why she can do that so well. Like, sure, I guess. I mean, overall, she is a Come on. She is a figure that exists. I like her design, and that is giving her a lot of grace and leeway, but she doesn't move good. She doesn't feel good to move either. She doesn't have great hand feel. I think it's because of all the faux rubbery, soft plastic bits that her body is made up of, but she doesn't feel good to move, if that makes sense. Uh, like, she moves adequately, I guess. The skirt is really getting in the way, and the shoulders don't have as much range as I would like. But she moves fine enough otherwise. Like, she can't do some of the extreme poses like some of the kicks in like the trailer, or like not the trailer, the opening. Fuck. I took a second to remind myself of it. Fuck. But yeah, she doesn't feel great to move. I don't really like touching this figure. That came out wrong. Um you know, like a figure can have like Fuko generally has good hand feel. I like the joints feel smooth and nothing feels super rickety. Um, you know, might be a little wiggly and loose for my taste, but you know. But this feels like squeaky. I don't like a squeaky figure. Uh, like it doesn't feel tight, but like a bunch of the parts feel like they're squeaking against each other, and I do not like that in an action figure. Um, but I mean, she's fine. She at least looks the part of the character from DanDaDan, so I can have her standing on a shelf decently well. She just won't be like a subject of photography. And I imagine she might be like, if I need to sell items, one of the earlier ones that I sell. But hey, I didn't do this channel to only look at good figures, I guess. Um, Anywho, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed me being a little bit more negative, even though I do try to be positive. Again, it looks nice. I think it looks good. It doesn't feel good as an action figure, which is unfortunate, because that's what I look for, an action figure that feels good. And like plays good. But anyways, let me know what you think of the series, what you think of these figures down in the comments below. Um, I don't know, read Undead Unluck, buy the Undead Unluck figures instead. These two are the same price, and this figure comes with more accessories and is far better to pose. And the only difference is that she's a little shorter. Get Fuko instead, I guess, is my suggestion. But yeah, until next time, don't forget to do all the usual YouTube stuff. I always appreciate your support. Subscribe maybe if you want more videos like this. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!